Welcome to a deep dive into the fascinating world of self-expression through fashion.
It really is fascinating.
Today, we're exploring a journey that's, well, deeply personal and incredibly empowering for many. Building a wardrobe that truly feels authentic. We're going to unpack key insights from Gender Benson's The Large-Bodied Crossdresser's Guide to Fashion and Confidence.
Yeah, this guide offers such vital perspectives, especially, for those who embrace their feminine side maybe later in life,
Right.
and they encounter the unique challenges of having a larger body frame.
Exactly.
It's really about discovering pure joy and liberation through clothing, wigs, shoes,
Yeah.
things that don't just fit but truly feel right.
Feel right, yeah. So our mission today is basically to distill the most impactful knowledge from this guide, offering you practical strategies, some genuine emotional support, and hopefully some inspiring style guidance too.
Yeah.
If you're looking to quickly grasp some maybe complex concepts and perhaps have a few aha moments about self-acceptance, well, you're in exactly the right place.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's unpack this foundational idea first. The guide really drives home starting with your mindset. Understanding your unique body shape rather than, fighting it or trying to force it into some idea.
Yeah, that's so key.
It's incredibly reassuring, actually. It emphasizes that having a typically masculine-leaning frame, maybe broader shoulders, narrower hips, larger feet.
Thicker necks, longer torsos.
Yeah.
All those things.
Right. That it isn't a deficit. It's okay.
And what's truly transformative here, I think, is this shift in perspective. It's radical, really.
How so?
Instead of seeing these features as obstacles, things to overcome, the guide encourages seeing your body as a different canvas.
A different canvas. I like that.
Yeah. It's not just passive acceptance. It's about recognizing your unique medium. So the first practical step isn't fitting a mold, it's knowing your canvas. Taking precise measurements, chest, waist, hips, shoulder width, inseam. These aren't numbers for comparison or judgment.
Right, not about judging yourself.
Exactly. They're strategic tools to find clothes that truly fit and flatter you.
That mindset is absolutely crucial, isn't it?
It really is.
Because, clothing designed for cisgender women often does assume different proportions. But that doesn't mean finding beautiful, authentic pieces is impossible. It just means your approach needs to be, well, more informed.
You need strategy.
Knowing precisely what to look for and, importantly, where to start looking.
Absolutely.
Okay, so building on that, let's talk about one of the most common and maybe one of the most frustrating practical hurdles, the shoe struggle.
Oh, the shoes.
Yeah.
Yes. Always a big topic.
Heels, for many, they represent one of the most thrilling parts, but also challenging parts of a cross-dressing wardrobe.
Totally. They can genuinely transform your posture, boost confidence.
Send it soaring, yeah.
Yeah.
But finding fashionable heels in, say, a men's size 12 or 13 or larger.
It can feel like hunting for unicorns.
It really can.
Yeah.
Most mainstream women's stores, they just top out at size 11, maybe 12 if you're lucky, and they run so narrow.
That's a powerful point, because the symbolic power of a heel is huge, but the practical reality is tough.
Yeah.
If we connect this, a men's size 12, 13, or 14 typically converts to a women's 13.5, 14.5, even 15.
Wow, okay.
And often needs a wide or even extra wide fit. The male foot is just generally broader.
Right.
Thankfully, the internet has been a game changer here.
How so? Which brands?
Well, brands like Pleaser USA are incredibly popular. They specifically design on a wider last.
Oh, good to know.
And they offer styles up to women's size 16, often with more room in the toe box and around the ankle.
Okay.
Other great ones to explore are Only Maker, FSJ, Dream Pairs. You can find those easily on platforms like Amazon.
Which means affordability, easy returns.
Exactly. Very important when buying shoes online. And even more traditional places like Zappos, Nordstrom, DSW are getting better.
They carry extended sizes now.
Increasingly, yes. And they usually have excellent return policies, which is crucial.
And the guide offers some really sensible advice for just getting started, doesn't it?
It does. Don't jump straight into 6-inch stilettos.
Probably wise advice for anyone, really.
Right. Begin with maybe a 2 or 3 inch block heel or a wedge.
Yeah.
Something stable.
Okay.
And practice walking around the house. It sounds simple, but it's not just about avoiding a fall.
It's about building confidence.
Yeah, building muscle memory, retraining your posture, developing that inner confidence before you even step outside. It's comfort and balance just as much as looking good.
Makes total sense. Speaking of comfort and looking good, one of the biggest frustrations we hear about for cross-dressers with larger bodies is just the lack of clothing that fits well off the rack.
Oh, absolutely. It can be incredibly discouraging.
Yeah, you can feel like, oh, I just can't pull this off.
Which raises that really important question. How do you find clothes that genuinely flatter when standard sizing seems to work against you?
What does the guide say?
It gives really specific, actionable advice. Like, look for stretch materials. Knits, jerseys, ponte fabrics.
Ponte, what's that like?
It's a sturdy double knit. It has great drape and recovery, so it smooths lines without looking, sloppy like some thinner knits might. These fabrics hug without clinging too much, and they offer wonderful forgiveness around broader shoulders or the chest area.
And silhouettes, are there specific shapes that work well?
Definitely. Things like empire waist dresses, A-line skirts or dresses, wrap dresses, they're kind of universally praised for a reason.
Why is that?
They tend to draw attention upward, create the illusion of curves, or skim nicely over areas you might feel less confident about.
Layering is another clever trick mentioned, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Adding a cardigan, maybe flowing kimono, or even a structured jacket can instantly balance proportions.
Makes the outfit feel more complete somehow.
Exactly, more deliberate. And when you're shopping, actively look for brands with tall sections.
Or plus-size ranges.
Yes, especially those designed for women maybe over 5'10". These often aren't just longer, they're cut differently. Longer sleeves, inseams, torso lengths that just accommodate a larger frame more naturally.
What about bottoms? Pants can be tricky.
They can be. Skirts are often much more forgiving. Think high-waisted pencil skirts or maybe flowing midi styles.
Nice.
And things like jeggings. The stretchy denim leggings or high-rise pants can work wonders too. They smooth the waist, can accentuate hips.
Good tips.
And never underestimate tailoring. Even minor alterations can take an okay piece and make it an absolute showstopper. That perfect fit makes all the difference.
It really does. Now, while our outerwear, the clothes people see, might show off our style, the guide emphasizes something else. That confidence really begins with the unseen foundation, your undergarments, your lingerie.
That's such a powerful point. Well-fitting shapewear like high-waisted panties, control briefs, body shapers.
It's not about hiding yourself, right?
Not at all. It's about creating smoother lines, helping your clothes drape beautifully. It provides an underlying feeling of being sort of held and supported.
Are there good brands for that, especially in larger sizes?
Yeah, definitely. Brands like Rego, Spanx, Lane Bryant offer fantastic plus-sized options that are functional but also feel deeply feminine.
And for breast forms?
Pocket bras are pretty much essential there for comfort and security. Lots of online retailers now offer extended cup and band sizes.
Okay.
And there are even retailers focused specifically on cross-dressing needs, who design bras with, larger capacities and constructions perfect for forms.
And it's not just about function, is it? The guide touches on the feeling, too.
Absolutely not. It's about that quiet, internal feeling of beauty. The guide really encourages treating yourself.
Like with lacy slips or silky robes.
Exactly. Those small private indulgences can be incredibly affirming, a true celebration of your femme self, even if it's just for you in a quiet moment at home.
Beyond the body itself, the right wig. Wow, can that be transformational?
Oh, hugely. It frames your face, can soften features, and gives such a significant confidence boost.
But there's a specific challenge for larger-bodied cross-dressers here too, right?
Yes. Cap size, it's a big one. Most standard wigs are made for an average head circumference.
Which means?
Which means you'll often need a large cap wig. And finding those used to be harder, but it's getting better.
Where can people look?
Thankfully, many reputable retailers offer them now. Places like Wigs.com, WigsOutlet.com, Paula Young.
Okay.
And you can find robust selections on Amazon too. Just make sure to check the cap size specifics.
Are there styles that tend to work better?
Generally, yes. Medium to long wigs tend to work exceptionally well if you have broader shoulders or maybe a longer face. They help create balance.
What kind of cuts?
Think shoulder length cuts with soft layers, bobs, lobs, those long bobs hitting the collarbone or side parted styles with sweeping bangs.
How do they help?
They can optically soften more angular features. They create movement and break up strong horizontal lines, like across the shoulders.
Good point. What about synthetic versus human hair?
Synthetics are fantastic starting points. They're more affordable, low maintenance, hold their style. But if you really want that natural movement, that styling, versatility, curling, straightening, then human hair offers that. But it comes at a higher cost and needs more care.
Right. The guide also mentions wig density.
Yeah, looking for higher density wigs, maybe 125% to 200% if you want a really full look. Just be aware they will be thicker and heavier.
Okay.
And if it's possible, visiting a local wig shop can be incredibly enlightening.
For personalized help.
Exactly. Getting properly measured, trying things on, getting advice. That's something online shopping just can't replicate fully.
So true. Okay, so we've covered a lot of practical ground mindset, shoes, clothes, foundations, wigs. What does this all mean for the bigger picture, the larger journey?
Well, the guide makes a truly powerful point here, I think. That genuine confidence doesn't come from trying to pass as a cisgender woman.
Okay, so where does it come from?
It comes from courageously expressing the part of yourself that feels true, that feels joyful, that feels utterly right for you.
That's a critical distinction, isn't it?
It really is. Because the pressure to conform to some unrealistic feminine ideal, it can be overwhelming.
And counterproductive.
Totally. The guide beautifully clarifies that femininity isn't defined by a dress size. It's not about being petite or soft-spoken.
What is it about then?
It's about grace, authentic expression,
Yeah.
and just being true to yourself.
How do you start cultivating that?
The guide powerfully suggests building comfort by starting small. Dress at home in a safe, private space.
Explore how things feel.
Exactly. Explore how different outfits make you feel. Practice walking, moving. See it as a journey of self-discovery, not like a performance for others.
And the guide also emphasizes community, right? You're not alone in this.
Oh, absolutely not. There's a vibrant, supportive community of cross-dressers out there who share very similar challenges and also triumphs. And above all, I think the message is, give yourself unwavering permission to enjoy this process.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Feminine expression isn't reserved for the young or the thin or the conventionally beautiful. It belongs to you right now, exactly as you are.
It's part of your self-discovery.
Precisely.
So it's clear that struggles like finding that size 13 heel that doesn't pinch or the wig that doesn't slip, they're just part of the journey.
Exactly. They don't define the destination. They don't diminish its value.
Or just bumps in the road.
The truth, as this guide so beautifully puts it, is that when you embrace your femme self, whether that's through a full, vibrant transformation or just a quiet, cozy night in a favorite dress, you're participating in something truly brave,